they really do play for him, right? They want to get it to him to the elbows, and he's an extremely big-time talent who really score the basketball, put it on the floor. And he's a matchup problem when he's clicking, when he's going.
We were on the call when Uruguay knocked off the United States 86-85, which really turned this group upside down and gave Uruguay a completely different outlook, a much better one. J.M. Mobley for Bahamas and Pablo Gomez for Uruguay. And it's going to be Gomez emphatically swatting it back to his captain, Fittipaldo. 34-year-old from Montevideo carries it up and starts the offensive day. Joaquin Rodriguez, Gomez screen, crossover, drive, floater blocked, and a rebound there.
He's going to put pressure on the defense as soon as he catches the basketball.
And here is Bridgewater back in. Inside Mobley, kick to the corner. Davis for three. Good, what a start for the Bahamas.
And kicking out to the weak side, that second cutter opens that floor up on the second side.
And now an and one drawn by Rodriguez as he scores at the hoop, and he'll go to the line trying to tie the game.
The two first possessions for Uruguay. Here you see the backdoor.
And now a switch. Gomez comes up to screen. Iglesias screening as well. Rodriguez into Gomez, and after a while, that switch paid off.
Right, want to get the basketball out of his hands or making his shots difficult.
Fittipaldo contested look, and he rattles it home. Bruno Fittipaldo with his first make. To the corner, Bridgewater three in transition. Dominic Bridgewater's first bucket back.
Well, he's not shy at all because it's back-to-back threes for him. Attempts, the first one.
And depending on the result of the next game, they could still need some help. Steal forced by Bahamas. Here's Bridgewater with numbers. Teammates both sides. He goes to Smith for the lay-in.
So fast. So fast.
They're the only two guys beyond the age of 30 on this Bahamas roster. Burrows, 39. Bianchi inside, fouled and one. Burrows reached, and Bianchi's dunk attempt bounced in. He'll drive, dump it up, Bianchi in. 4-2, he has 7 already in about 3.5 minutes. It'll be a baseline inbound, and it goes to Mobley, defender on the floor. Clark trying to take advantage, and he will to the hoop as Perotti slipped at the three-point line.
So you can't make any passes into the top of the zone there.
Bleeding down the shot clock, pullback three is good. Stepping back to the corner for Prieto. Hunter will not answer a rebound. Perotti, pardon me. Flare screen and a pop Iglesias, and he hit it. Big shot, Gonzalo Iglesias.
Right now, Uruguay's offense is a little bit more balanced. Franco Miller getting to the rack there, but Bahamas, they're not shooting the basketball exceptionally well.
Dominic Bridgewater, right-hand dribble, dump inside, and a cutting Burrows, the captain, back in with a bucket.
He has great chemistry with his guards, right?
Good rebound there by Mobley, and outlet to a racing Franco Miller. All the way to the rim, and he scores, and the foul.
Big-time force. Here you see the hesitation, boom, gets an explosion, eats that right shoulder and the concentration for the finish.
Swing to the other side of the floor, into Burrows. He'll drive, and one.
That is hard. That is force. That is force.
Pass inside, deflected and stolen, and Smith gets it ahead. Miller uncontested lay-in. Vescovi on two, couldn't foul him. High screen, they get a switch. Rodriguez twisting and turning his way to the hoop.
That young man plays with such.
And that has them in a great spot in this game right now. 46. He split last year between the first and second Spanish divisions as Hunter goes in for the lay-in.
And not only in the league, but I see him being a very big contributing factor for his team, his club.
Buzzer beater three there, Fittipaldo beating the shot clock to put Uruguay up by 7. And a strip. Here comes Uruguay. Rodriguez to the hole. It's a 9-point advantage and a timeout by the Bahamas.
Yeah, Franco Miller, nice Rodriguez there out in transition.
Largest of the game for Uruguay. Bridgewater in, Smith with the land. Pass Bianchi, slip, gets it back. And the three rattles out. What a possession that would have been if it went down. Miller breezing past Rodriguez. Euro, high off the window. Great geometry. More zone Bahamas. Peroti's pass stolen. Burrows the captain. And now ahead, Miller finishes through two. They could go for the tie with a three. Bridgewater penetration. Smith on the baseline. And Mobley for the tie. He got it. Captain pull up from the top of the key. Didn't get the bounce. Tucking the ball on his left hip. Rodriguez scores. Feels like he can go left or right. You could win the group. And depending on how things go now, they only committed 4 total fouls in the first half. Nice tip. Bahamas can run 3-on-0, and Bridgewater scoops it in. Franco Miller to a baseline cutting Bridgewater, and he just got it in there.
Cuts off of that left baseline.
Suarez with the left, 4 points for him in the quarter. Tie ball game as Uruguay carries it over half, 6-6 so far in this quarter. Fittipaldo trying to change that, and he will. Davis off iron, offensive board, Burrows. Bridgewater to tie, and he will.
One of the best threes in the game, right? An offensive rebound, all the white shirts.
Pull up Fittipaldo, and we have a shoot-off right now in Managua. Pull-up jumper, Vescovi is good, and a 6-point advantage, Uruguay. Great feed, and a cross-court pass. Now it's Hunter, back to Clark, rising for three. Good.
That's tough. It's great play, great ball movement. Clark spacing on the penetration.
Iglesias dives in, and a block there. Bianchi swatted by Smith. A quarter that's been 20-20 between Uruguay and the Bahamas.
Oh,
and
my.
A foul, and one! Dominic Bridgewater, what a play to get to 20 points.
He has a...
Peroti drive, and a kick. Fittipaldo has 18, most of them from beyond the arc. But that time he's blocked by Mobley, and that's a shot clock violation. Over the top, Bianchi. Bigger than the three guys on him, and he forced it into the hoop. Unorthodox just kind of whipped it in. Bridgewater, great move to the mid-range jumper. Burrows is coming out of the game, and Sammy Hunter checking in.
Has you lulling you to sleep, and then that hesitation there into the jump shot.
Suarez fouled, he'll go to the line. Drive by Suarez, swing to Fittipaldo, and he connects again.
That's a great pass by Suarez onto Fittipaldo. He didn't force anything because he had the mismatch with Dominic Bridgewater on him. 2 dribbles, read that weak side. Here you see him here.
He's in the headband, 5 in blue for Bahamas. Fall-away jumper, Bridgewater so smooth.
And now Bahamas gone right back. We'd seen some man out of them. They go right back to the zone.
Fittipaldo for 3 to tie it. 24 for Bruno Fittipaldo. Davis over to Bridgewater. He'll pull up, and it's off the rim right to Hunter. Miller bottom.
Yeah, right now both of those guys, Franklin Miller and Bridgewater, are really holding him down. They need him to step up and be a presence as well.
Into the middle of the zone, Suresh. And it's in. Rejected the screen, Fittipaldo off the window. Bridgewater trying to split two. Big on him, takes him to the hole. And he floated it over the big. 4 minutes to go. Rodriguez three, got it, and a double-double for Fittipaldo as Uruguay jumps back ahead. Clark into the lane, gotta give it up. Open look, Miller stuck in from the same spot he hit the fourth quarter buzzer beater in game one. Bridgewater, screen Burrows. Now he turns toward the hoop, and they will let him go in there. Uruguay content to not foul. They're going to run it down again. They can get it under a minute if they want to here, Uruguay. Might initiate a little before that. Rodriguez inside, falling away, he hits.
Timeout was, that one hurt, right?
Getting close to dagger time here. Drive to the rim, Miller scores. And I wonder if the Bahamas starts to dive in for steals. They can run it down close to 30 now. Vescovi crossover dribble, kick out, Suresh, dagger.
That's the one there. That is the one there, right? They were still in good position. If they had gotten a stop.
To Burrows, hand off Miller. Smith for three, and it's good. And as the time winds down on Bahamas, a lot of credit to them in this tournament. They will not, the Bahamas put together three incredibly competitive games, and the best basketball for their nation seems to be ahead of them.
Way ahead of them. And you know, you look at some of the guys that they have on this team right now.